The biggest reason why I'm able to travel a lot, fly business class, stay at nice hotels, it's all because of credit cards.
Imagine traveling but knowing that your vacation starts before you get on that plane. From getting fast-track access through security to chilling at a lounge with great food and drinks, before enjoying plated meals and a lie-flat bed in the sky, and arriving at your upgraded hotel suite. No, there's a much better way to experience it all without paying those high price tags by using points and benefits from premium travel cards.
But for me, it's always been those high-end redemptions that catch my interest, like United's Polaris Business Class, the British Airways Club Suite, the JetBlue Mint Business Class, and for hotels, I've stayed at the Ritz-Carlton, the W, the Hyatt Ziva all-inclusive resorts, all using credit card points and benefits.
Okay, easy. I get it. I've been missing out on some amazing benefits when it comes to my travel accommodations by not having one of these premium travel rewards cards in my wallet. I have the Hilton Aspire card, which would fall in that category, but as we know, the Hilton Aspire is mostly going to be dedicated around rewards points for Hilton. There's some additional benefits to the card that are more universal, but it is limited in its capacity to serve me when I'm not staying at Hilton hotels. So that having been said, I'm guilty. I've been so focused on developing my personal and small business credit and finances that I have not taken the time out to create a full-scale lineup around my cashback and travel rewards setup. So I plan on fixing that. And the way I'm going to do that is by taking a look at some of the great premium cards available on the market. But unlike the hype that we see all over the internet and other spaces, I'm not actually going to be focused on the personal premium travel cards that we're used to hearing. Think the American Express Platinum, Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, or the Capital One Venture X. No, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. And why is that? Well, imagine the ability to have the same person rewards as some of the cards just named, but also being able to have higher multipliers, higher welcome bonuses, the ability to hide the utilization on those cards off of my personal credit report, and to turn around and be able to potentially write off the annual fees as expenses on my taxes. Interested yet? Yeah, that's right. We're going to be looking at some of the premium travel rewards cards in the business category in this video. In order to make the selection that's going to fit me the best, what I'm going to do is we're going to walk through the features of each of the three cards that I have in mind, which is going to be the Business Venture X from Capital One, Chase Bank's Business Preferred, and the American Express Business Platinum card. We're going to be taking a look at these three juggernauts pretty much in a comparison, and we're going to go through and find out which one is going to make it into my wallet in the next year or so, in 2025 at the time of this recording. And I want you guys to kind of follow along so you can see which one of these cards may be a better fit for you if you don't have them already. Before we get into that, I want to give you guys a little bit of an introduction, and I want to give you a little insight on the opportunity for you to earn some great earnings on your money while investing in one of your favorite finance creators along the way. Take a look. Okay, before we get back on top, you have some excess capital that your bank's no longer paying you that same return on, now the interest rates are down, and you're looking for a stable, purposeful, and profitable place to invest your money. What if I told you can support one of your favorite content creators while still earning a respectable return on your money? Yeah, that's right. The platform sponsoring this video is called Oversubscribe. It's a SEC regulated platform that's connecting the audience and the creator like never before. It's an opportunity for you to invest in this channel and share in the profitability in this channel as it grows. There's no commitment right now, but there's a link in the description. You want to learn more? Fill out the quick form and let's get in motion. All right, so I don't know about you, but as I study these cards, I realize there's a long list of benefits. So we're gonna do our best to kind of keep this on a high level with each of these cards, but I do want to do a deep enough dive so we can do a side-by-side comparison of what these cards have to offer around my specific needs and preferences. So when we look at the Capital One Business Venture X, the Chase Inc. Preferred Credit Card, as well as the American Express Business Platinum, one of the first things we're going to notice is that these are really highly rated cards. Every single one of them gets 4.5 to 5 stars on most different sites when you look them up for ratings. Another similarity that each one of these cards have is that you're going to need good to more commonly excellent credit to acquire these cards. Definitely not going to be your entry-level cards. These are the big boys. You're not going to be able to go into these applications with thin credit profiles or negative items on your credit report, etc. They're going to be looking for pretty pristine credit. So as we get into the benefits, we're going to kind of just take this one card at a time, and then we'll kind of just give our opinion and insight along the way. The highlighted benefits, when we start with the Capital One Business Venture X, right now at the time of this recording, there's 150 bonus miles once you spend $30,000 in the first 3 months from account opening. There's unlimited 2 miles per dollar on every purchase. And some additional perks are going to be receiving up to $120 in credits for global entry or TSA PreCheck, complimentary access to 1,300 lounges worldwide, including Capital One lounge locations and memberships to Priority Pass. So when I look at some of the main benefits with the Capital One Venture X, as we already mentioned, you have the ability to get 2x on all your purchases without category limits or restrictions and limits on the amount that you can spend, which is pretty cool. It's a great daily driver feature. This card has no preset spending limit, so you get purchasing power that adapts on your spending needs. The annual fee on this card is $395. We'll take a look at that a little bit more in depth a little bit later on. We already went over some of the bonus offer on this card. You can redeem your miles for flights, hotels, and more, plus transfer your miles to any of the 15 plus loyalty programs. So this is one of my favorite features, is the transfer partner feature. We're going to get into that a little bit later as well. You can earn unlimited 10x miles on hotels and rental cars and 5x miles on flights and vacation rentals booked through the Capital One Travel, where you'll get the best price on thousands of options. Every year, you're able to get 10,000 miles for account anniversary dates, plus receive a $300 travel credit booking through the Capital One Travel portal. So this pretty much chips into that annual fee quite a bit. $300 on an annual basis for anniversary will chip at that $395 annual fee. Of course, this card is going to be able to empower any employees or vendors that we may have working under us in our businesses. So this is an opportunity to get free employee cards and virtual cards, which can also help earn more miles from additional spend being met on those cards. So a couple important features on this card. This card is a pay in full card. You definitely have to pay your balance in full every month, which is essentially a charge card. You can enjoy a $100 experience credit and other premium benefits with every hotel and vacation rental booked through the Premier Collection, which is pretty cool. So some of the pros that are brought up here is receiving unlimited miles back on every purchase everywhere. The generous loyalty program gives you 10,000 miles at your account anniversary, which along with that $300 credit on an anniversary date, that basically combines out to about $400 in value, which makes it a $5 net positive to own or hold this card. So some of the cons, there is still a large annual fee, technically speaking, and the fact that it's a pay in full charge card kind of makes it a little bit difficult if you don't plan on having high spend that you can pay off in full every single month. So we got to keep that in the back of our mind as we make our choices. Now, some additional quick overview on fees. We know what the annual fee is, $395, but there's no foreign transaction fee, no balance transfer fee, and a cash advance fee is 5%. Not something we plan on using, but it's just good to know. When we go back and take a look at the Chase Business Preferred, this one is going to give 3 points on $1 spent on selected purchases. It's a 90,000 bonus point offer if you spend $8,000 within the first 3 months. And there's some additional perks like also no foreign transaction fee and free employee cards. So we're getting a pretty competitive baseline in that arena. Now, when we take a look at the bonus between the Business Venture X and the Business Preferred from Chase Bank, 150 bonus miles, if we round that out, is going to be in the proximity of $1,500 in value. And that, of course, depends on how you redeem those points. 90,000 points on the Inc. Preferred is going to actually round out to about $1,125 in value because of the 25% amplify on redemptions when booking those points with Chase Travel. So as I just broke down, you got the opportunity to earn 3 points per dollar spent up to $150 on travel and select business categories. We'll take a look at those categories in a second. And you get 1 point per dollar spent outside those categories. Of course, you get around the clock monitoring on unusual credit card purchases, zero liability protection, which is always a nice peace of mind to have. Redeem these points for cashback, gift cards, travel, and more. And the points don't expire for the life of the account. I have to say Chase Bank is pretty unmatched when it comes to the flexibility with the use case of their rewards points. The next factor is what I brought up a little bit earlier, is you get 25% enhancement on your rewards points when you redeem for Chase Travel or through Chase Travel portal. Purchase protections that cover new purchases for 120 days against damage or theft up to $10,000 per claim and $50,000 per account, which is also pretty exceptional. So when you look at the pros on this one, you enjoy the sign-up bonus as a great Kickstarter. Of course, the 3 points in popular business categories that we'll take a look at in a second. No foreign transaction fees and no cost for or employee cards. The cons on this card: no intro APR offer on purchases of balance transfers, and there is an annual cap on the amount of points that you can earn. So that kind of draws back against the Venture X, which does not have a cap on the miles you can earn there. So when we take a look at those special categories in the business arena that will allow us to get those 3 points per dollar, that's going to be currently around purchases on internet, cable, and phone services, advertising purchases, including social media and search engine accounts. So some pretty popular categories for most of us that are in business. The annual fee is only $95. There is a balance transfer fee and a higher cash advance fee than what the Venture X seem to have been offering. But again, the annual fee on this card is significantly lower. So this is going to make it a really attractive card in the longer term when it's time to start getting past that first year's enhanced bonus offer. And we have to take a look now at what many will call the lion in the jungle, and that's going to be the Amex Business Platinum card. This card is going to have 150,000 membership rewards point bonus at the time of this recording. Of course, you can kind of do your research and probably find higher offers than that. I've seen it as high as 200,000 membership rewards points. You need to spend $20,000 in the first 3 months in order to acquire that. So now that we've looked at the bonus portion for each of the 3 cards, you can see that Chase Bank has the easiest metrics to meet in order to essentially, meet that welcome bonus amplifier. Now, the next thing is you can get 5x membership rewards points on flights, prepaid hotels, Amex travel, $1 on all other categories outside of that. 50% more membership rewards points on each eligible purchase of $5,000 or more. So when we're talking about business spend, they're expecting high spend on these cards, and they're incentivizing it by giving amplified earnings on rewards points. So keep that in mind. So when we break down, you get 1.5 points on each eligible purchase of U.S. construction material, hardware suppliers, electronic goods retailers, software and cloud system providers, shipping providers, as well as on purchases of $5,000 or more on up to $2 million per card per calendar year, which is a pretty high level. Unlock over $1,000 in statement credits and select purchases, including tech, recruiting, and wireless in the first year of membership with the Business Platinum card. Enrollment required. So a $200 airline fee credit, that's pretty cool. Almost a $200 clear credit, which is a really nice feature. Clear is basically the next level to TSA or global entry when it comes to being able to skip the line when it's time to access your plane and get past clearance. And of course, the most renowned feature that American Express stands out the most is access to several versions of different lounge networks. That includes the American Express Global Lounge Collection. There's 1,400 airport lounge access in 140 countries. So Amex has their own. You often get access to Priority Pass and I believe also Delta Sky Club. So completely unmatched when it comes to the airport lounge component. So huge welcome bonus, stellar rewards on flights, and generous points on select purchases is going to be the pros. The cons: no APR promotion on purchases and balance transfers, and a very high annual fee of $695. So no foreign transaction fee, no balance transfer fee, and no cash advance fee on this card. Another factor to keep in mind with the Business Platinum, this card is also a charge card. So a quick comparison of these 3 from a more personal context. The 2 juggernauts in this out of the 3 are charge cards. No APR offer on them. So that's important to keep in mind if we plan on using these cards for cash flow management, in which we may be stretching our balances for months at a time, waiting to get our return on those investments. So it's important to keep in mind if we're going to do that Venture X and the Amex Platinum, I'm going to have some serious spend in order to make these cards make sense. And I have to be prepared to pay that serious spend off every month, which is a possibility. Now, this is where the Chase Business Preferred is going to come into play, because this is actually a full-scale credit card. It is not a charge card. I can carry a balance on this card if I choose to do so. Each of these cards have the one-to-one transfer partner feature, and that is an amazing benefit that I definitely plan on enjoying. This is what makes these cards special versus the Amex HILTON Aspire card, for instance, because I can take those points and transfer them out to dozens of partners from either one of these cards, and that's going to be a special perk, because if I'm traveling on unique accommodations and for whatever reasons my Hilton hotels aren't going to be the best option or available at all when I'm traveling, then I have the flexibility to move those points over to several other hotel chains or airlines, and that's something that you just can't pass up on when you're looking at a premium rewards travel card. Now, each of you know another way that I like to sort out what credit cards I'm going to go with is going to be based on the level of relationship that I have with each financial institution. And by chance, I have a relationship with all three of these financial institutions. So I have to basically assess which of these relationships is going to give me the most benefit and the highest likelihood of approval. And it's gonna also fit that overall relationship if I was to go with either one of these cards. As I've mentioned before, I've gotten offers from each one of these financial institutions on various cards. Each one of these institutions has shown pre-selected and pre-approved offers. So essentially, my likelihood of approval is looking enticing. It's looking likely. If I had to lay it out right now for you guys, I'm gonna tell you completely honestly, my favorite 2 out of the 3 bank relationships is going to be Chase Bank and American Express by far. Capital One has definitely been in my portfolio of financial institutions for some years now, but I have not had the greatest experience with them. They don't have the best branch experience or footprint in my particular region. They do not provide the kind of products that I'm looking for on a personal side. And unfortunately, as a negative, they have a notorious reputation on the business credit card side of reporting your usage on the personal and business side, which makes it kind of unattractive. When it comes to Chase Bank and American Express, I have great banking relationships and lending relationships with both of these institutions. I have existing business credit cards with both of these institutions. So it's wide open as far as my ability to navigate those relationships and graduate to one of these premium rewards travel cards. So in order to conclude this video at this point in time, I have to tell you guys that I am highly likely leaning on Chase Bank's Business Preferred card. The reason for that, again, I have the deepest relationship and the best relationship with Chase Bank, with American Express being a close second. But I do want the flexibility of being able to carry a balance. I don't want to have an excessive requirement of spend in order to make the card make sense when it comes to the annual fee portion. And some of the categories that Chase Bank is willing to give 3 points per dollar spent are categories that I do spend significant amounts of my funds. Versus the Business Platinum, the categories that are available there are not the most popular categories for me. Honestly, I look at the American Express Business Platinum as the big boy that I need to graduate myself towards. I have to be honest. This is a card that you can't spend anything less than probably around $5,000 to $10,000 a month to really start exercising the benefits of. That having been said, I want to make it abundantly clear that this card is definitely still on my radar. I love the additional travel benefits that are exclusive to the Amex Business Platinum. The lounge network alone is worth its weight in gold if you're traveling enough throughout the year. So it is definitely a close second for me. I do love the unlimited mileage that the Capital One Venture X offers. I love the fact that your annual anniversary rewards points bonus and the cash value that they offer pretty much negates the annual fee. But the charge card component of it, the fact that Capital One is not the most attractive financial institution in my portfolio, and the idea that I have to spend $30,000 in 3 months to get their welcome bonus is just not quite as enticing for me, given that that welcome bonus is not going to be that much more value than the Chase Inc. Business Preferred would be if I utilize those points effectively. So to conclude, obviously at the moment, we're going to be giving a crown to the Chase Inc. Business Preferred as the card that I will be targeting probably in the first quarter of next year for my premium travel rewards to kind of complement and balance out my HILTON Aspire card. I want you to comment down below. Let me know if you have any premium travel rewards cards on a personal or business side, why you selected that card. If you have more than one, comment that down below and let me know why you decided to take on the challenge of having 2 or more of these premium travel cards and some of the perks, benefits, and rewards and redemption you've been able to enjoy from having your premiums rewards card. Let me know down in the description below. Also, let me know which one of these 3 cards you would have selected if it were up to you. I want you to comment down below on that one. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. I want each and every one of you to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can continue to invest in this channel, so this channel can continue to support and invest back into you. As you've heard a little bit in the intro and probably been hearing if you've been watching my videos lately, there is an exclusive opportunity to invest in this channel on the SEC regulated platform that is going to allow you to actually share in revenue and profitability of this channel. If you want to learn more about that opportunity with no obligation, there's a link in the description below. I want you to check that out. To all my pioneers, I want each and every one of you to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.